Welcome back, America. It's propitious that we have our friend Elise Stefanik with us to talk about New York City, and beyond. Elise Stefanik, a radical, Marxist, Islamist, Jew-hating, America-hating mayor is what New York City is going to have. He was endorsed by your governor, Hochul, and it seems to me that really the only check left on him is going to be the governor, who would lead both politically, rhetorically, and legally to try and slow him down or stop him in some respects. How can Hochul do that if she endorsed him and helped him get elected?
Well, first of all, Kathy Hochul, when the state was looking for leadership, Kathy Hochul bent the knee to this raging, defund the police, anti-Semite communist who wants to raise taxes. And you and I both know, Mark, New York is already the most unaffordable state in the nation because of Kathy Hochul's failed leadership. We have the highest taxes, we have the most burdensome regulation, we have the highest energy cost, highest utility cost, highest grocery cost. It is up to the governor to provide a check on Mamdani, and that is not what Kathy Hochul did. She propelled him. And the reality is, for a Democrat nominee, even though Mamdani is a registered socialist, he won the Democrat primary but barely broke 50%. That means that nearly half of New York City opposes his radical policies. Kathy Hochul has stated that she will be a check, but yet it took her less than 24 hours to say that she's open to raising taxes. And this is a governor who has a record of raising taxes, whether it's the congestion pricing scheme, which is a tax hike on hardworking New Yorkers. And I'll tell you, Mark, New York is the most unaffordable state. Republicans, Democrats, and independents know it, and they know it's because of Kathy Hochul and 2 decades of Democrat failed rule.
Well said. Now, as for this guy Mamdani, who the only thing he's ever run is his mouth, quite frankly. He's been backed by Soros. He's been backed by CARE. He's been backed by Linda Sarsour. He's been backed by all kinds of vile people and organizations. He was endorsed by the royal family of Qatar. How do you think this guy got elected? You make a great point. He didn't win a very big election. In fact, the city's 65% Democrat. He still got 52% or 51% of the vote. What do you make of that, though?
I make of that even registered Democrats in New York State oppose Zohran Mamdani. He won a primary with a low turnout, and this general election, again, he barely broke 50%. That means people want common sense. And you're right to point out, Mark, in terms of he has allied himself with the unindicted co-conspirator of the 1993 World Trade Center bombing that killed New Yorkers. He has stood with the pro-Hamas voices. He has failed to condemn them. And this is a state, this is a city with the largest population of Jewish families outside of Israel. So people are concerned, and less than 24 hours later, we saw a swastika being drawn outside of a yeshiva. I led the effort to call that out, and Kathy Hochul followed my leadership, and she failed to get Zohran Mamdani to condemn this anti-Semitism that is on the rise in New York City. But the key, Mark, is Zohran Mamdani sold a false bill of goods. He talked about affordability, which is the correct issue. However, it is his own party when it comes to increasing the rent, increasing all the cost of living. It's because of radical, Democrat-controlled, frankly, socialist-controlled city council in New York City. And it's Republicans who are putting the common sense vision forward that we want to cut taxes. We want to lower energy prices by unleashing energy independence, which Kathy Hochul has crushed in the state of New York. And then the safety is another key topic. Zohran Mamdani has said over and over again he wants to defund the police. You're seeing a mass exodus of NYPD officers. And people know that Kathy Hochul embraces defund the police. She supports failed bail reform, which releases criminals onto our streets. So we're going to have a lot to talk about over this next year. And certainly New Yorkers want to check on Zohran Mamdani's communism.
You make a lot of great points. I mean, isn't Florida more affordable than New York, a red state versus a blue state? Isn't Tennessee more affordable than California, red state versus a blue state? I mean, I could go on and on down the list. Since when is Marxism affordable? As a matter of fact, Marxism, you have trouble keeping toilet paper on the shelves and so forth and so on. So New York's in for a rough ride. And my perspective is the vast majority of New Yorkers statewide are looking at this and appalled by this, and I think they're going to want somebody who doesn't go along with it and support it, but who's going to fight it every step of the way.
I can't tell you how many calls I have gotten in the first 24 hours after Mamdani's election of traditional Democrats saying enough is enough. We previously supported Kathy Hochul. She failed us. We know it, and we are looking forward to joining with you to fire Kathy Hochul to save our state once and for all, because people want common sense. They want to focus on addressing the affordability crisis. We will be putting forward solutions. I led the largest middle-class tax cut in terms of what we passed in the House. Meanwhile, Kathy Hochul has made it more and more unaffordable for families in New York State.
We'll be right back.
Want even more Fox News on YouTube? Become a Fox News Patriot today. Click join to find out how.